Mass Commission for the Blind. My name is Joe LeBlanc, and Carla Cath asked me if I would do a quick video to let you know how I've come to utilize the services at Mass Commission, how blindness has affected me, and where I currently am in my life. So, to start out, I have retinitis pigmentosa, the slow deterioration of my peripheral vision over a long period of time. I have an inherited eye disease of that form, and I've been legally blind since I was 17 years old. But at that age, I still had usable central vision that would kind of hang out for a few years, actually a lot of years after that. And through those years, one of the things I got involved in was guitar building. I found a passion for that, and excelled at it for a number of years. This guitar is actually the first guitar I ever built, and that was over 20 years ago, so it's still working. Knock on wood. And but my vision did progress, and in 2011 was when the rubber met the road for me. My vision collapsed to the point where I was no longer able to do woodworking in the capacity I was doing it before. My ability to utilize my computer visually dropped out, and it was a devastating time. More than that, I had a mental health crisis where I experienced a mental break that landed me in the hospital for a month, stabilized on medications. And when I came out of that hospitalization, about a month later, I went into the darkest depression I've ever experienced. And, it's no pun intended, right? We lose our vision, and then I went and experienced an internal darkness. And it almost destroyed me. I totally had suicidal ideation for a number of years, and it took me a long time to find my way through that canopy. I didn't see that one coming. Again, no pun intended. But what ultimately happened is through the Mass Commission, I've utilized services. Back in 2002, I attended the Carroll Center for the Blind, where I did rehabilitation training for 16 weeks, and that proved to be priceless, especially at this point in my life where I was going through the depression and trying to find out what I had for skills to address all these rapid changes in my life. I ended up going back to school and utilizing technology, the computer and JAWS training that the Mass Commission had provided for me. I found success in school, and it helped me get out of my mind because I was so fixated on my life and caught up in that. And that helped me, literally physically got me out of the house traveling to school. And that too would prove to be priceless. I had a real kind of soul-changing event in my life back in 2016. I kind of came to the end of my rope and just literally released my expectations of what I thought life was about. And in short, I decided to just trust that life has my best interest in mind, including losing my eyesight. That was a radical turnaround for me, and my life hasn't been the same since. For the past 6 years, I ended up graduating with honors from North Shore Community College in Lynn. I entered into the drug and alcohol field with my degree, and I currently run music therapy style groups for several addiction centers in the Merrimack Valley area. I never would have seen myself doing that, but through the support over the years, through the Mass Commission, through family and friends, it really helped me. And if I gained any kind of insight from that, I would say that I read this meme the other day. There's a quote from somebody, and I'll kind of put it in the realms of vision impairment. But it's something like this: if somebody with a visual impairment realizes that they're not ready for change, no one can help them. But when somebody with a visual impairment is ready for change, nobody can stop them. So there's some plagiarism going on there. I'm taking some liberties. But I believe that to be true. And for me, I had to come to my own center and come to that part of me where I kind of let go of things and realize all the things that I had going on in my life, all the skills and abilities, never go away with blindness. And it took me a while to realize that. So if I were to give encouragement for staff working with people who are visually impaired or blind, I think this is so huge if you're able to do this, is to let the client know that you will never lose your vision as a blind person. You might lose your ability to see in this world, but there's that beautiful thing that we all have on the inside of us, that ability to see within ourselves. And it's a beautiful thing. We call it our imagination, we call it whatever, but that ability has never left me, and I problem solve with that same mind every day. When I come to challenges, I simply go back to that place and realize it's kind of an endless supply of inspiration and that sense of inner peace when I anchor within myself. So that's kind of my story, and thank you for letting me share. And I'm so happy for MCB over the years in my life, and thanks for being a team member, and you've really helped in my journey over the years. So enjoy your meeting.